Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that were well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. I just want to go into this quick lesson, going into how when the Lord said that in Malachi chapter 3, when he said he changed not, he is Yahweh Shem Shai, he don't change. That's why you sons of Jacob are not consumed. The Lord meant that. Like, the Lord meant that. Like, I'm gonna play the just this first little section of this video that the brother had uploaded. This first little clip that he got, and it's one more I'm gonna show. Both of them are Eve, but if you go through it, you'll see Eve and Jake bugged out. And this literally could have been all of us. Like, this could have been all of us infested with demons, bugged out of our minds. And how about Shem Shai could have completely been done with us until he just wiped us off the planet. Could have completely took his spirit away from us, from all of us. But the Lord left a remnant. And this is why we always have to be humble and thank Yahweh Shem Shai for his mercy, because we messed up big time, hence the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and other scriptures. But the Lord, through his mercy, because he is very merciful, he has saved the remnant, and through the remnant, the rest of our nation will come back, especially like with these clips, different videos that the brothers got, especially the clips in this video and the other video I'm gonna show, like women, Jake, women, Eve, men, and all tribes. Of course, it's gonna show the so-called black woman, but all tribes, man, we through. Our nation is through, and if it wasn't for the Lord saving the remnant, we really would have been consumed. Like, we would have been consumed off the face of the earth. And we see just how devastating these curses really are. And in this clip right here, you're gonna literally see the demons on her, changing her face, shaping her face, and taking control over her. And she knows she has demons. She's gonna say she can't even explain what she's trying to explain without the demons coming after her. So she knows she has demons. And it's just crazy, because again, we at one point was all caught up in this world and had various demons on us, plaguing us, until this truth took those demons off of us, and we came out of that. And we have to continually be humble and pray to Yahweh Shem Shai that we don't ever get back into that, or go worse. We have to continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai every day that, for forgiveness, for mercy, and that he continually be with us and don't take his spirit away from us. So I'm gonna play this video in the beginning, this clip. I'm gonna play the next clip, and then I'm gonna get a couple scriptures to close it out. Lord willing, edifying.
I get a lot of messages. Hey guys, it's me. I'm here because I just keep getting a lot of messages asking, what's wrong with me? I get a lot of messages saying, what's wrong with her? You gotta get the picture. I can't say it without the demons coming after me, but I just want you guys to know that there's nothing wrong. What's wrong? I'm here because I just keep getting.
You can see Eve bugged out, with demons. She's plagued with demons, and she admitted it. She was like, she can't even get it out without the demons coming after her. She knows she's plagued with demons. And that's the mass majority of these people, actually. The people we be around, you go to work around, they be plagued with demons. And these demons know who you are. They know who we are. And they be watching, monitoring us, and they jump on people, have people spaz out or come at you in certain ways. They might not do exactly what she's doing, but these people be having demons on them. We have to continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai for protection too. This is why we're ready to get up out of this place. Like, the sooner we get out of Babylon the Great, the sooner all this madness can finally end on our people. Because our people, they'll be free of this. the 2/3, and those that's not of the elect, they will be scattered around the four corners of the earth. They will be free from this, and they'll be reborn into the kingdom of heaven, having the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on them. You know, and this is just, you know, we this ain't it. Like this is not it. And as you can see, you know, she got the weave in, she got the eyelashes, so on and so forth. You know, modern feminism, modern social media, modern influence of America is on her, and with it comes demons. You know, on top of whatever lifestyle she had already been living prior to this video. All of that comes with all of that. There's a package deal. You know, with America, you got feminism, westernization, you know, social media, no accountability, and a part of that package deal, especially for women, especially, is demons. You know, demons. So I'm gonna play it one more time, and you literally see the demons coming off on her. Her face change, her eyes disappear, and she is able to contort her. Well, she's not doing it. The demon is contorting her face and her mouth in a way that, you know, it's not even human. You know, it literally looks like something off of a horror movie, or a horror. You know how they be trying to portray scary movies. They had those different entities and demons and shit doing all them faces, the weird faces and stuff. That's literally what she's doing. That face. You know, that's where they be getting it from. But you can literally see just how demonic. That's why, again, which I'm gonna get the scripture. The Lord said He's gonna keep His covenant with us, even though we broke our end of the deal. That's why we're not consumed, because this literally could have been any one of us, or this could have been the whole nation without any remedy.
A lot of messages asking, "What's wrong with me?"
And as you can see, she when it come off of her, she snapped back in two, and she knows exactly what's going on. You know, she knows exactly what's going on. She probably can't even feel it, you know, and she's powerless behind it. And if you know, that's why the scriptures, because you look at her, and that's why a lot of Israelite men, they be, you know what I'm saying, they be in these predicaments, in these situations, because that's why the scriptures talk about Proverbs 31. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, because she's not a bad looking woman. She's actually attractive, you know, outside of the hair and the weave, you know, the weave, the lashes and everything else she got on her face. She actually really is an attractive woman. But favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, she should be praised. You know, so a woman that has the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and he's dealing with her, you know, he's with her, those are the type of women that's going to be saved, and those are the type of women that are to be desired, because you would get with this woman, and you know, she might seem normal, you know, the demon might not manifest itself in the beginning, but then you start getting comfortable with her, you know, you really start to like her, and then she starts spazzing out. You'll be, I'll be laid up together. She just, you know, laying in the bed or something. She just lean up and look at you with that damn face or something like that. And you'll be creeped out, you know. You'll be creeped out. Or you wake up wake up the next morning and she's standing up at you, looking at you with that damn face, you know. You'll be probably have a heart attack or something, you know.
A lot of messages saying, "What's wrong with her?"
Or if she just because you see she banging her head, she trying to get it to stop, but that ain't gonna work, you know, because the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not with you. And even more so for a woman, they need a man, because the men of the Lord, is ultimately the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is what's gonna get these demons up off you. This truth, this word, that's what get these demons up off of you. You know, and staying diligent in it, it keeps you protected. But she can't get that type of protection without having a man, you know, or having a man teach her and guide her. That's what women need. They need guidance. That's why women can't lead, because they're subjected to all these different things. They're subjected to their emotions, to their anxiety, to fear, to demons, you know. As you can see, and she trying to get it off of her, but she can't. So like I said, the next time she do the face, just imagine you waking up in the middle of the night or waking up and she over there spazzing out like that.
You guys get the picture. I can't say it without the demons coming after me, but I just want you guys to know that there's nothing wrong.
Or, you know, you just be out somewhere and she do that. So I'm gonna get one more. Now this woman, she just completely spazzed all the way out. And like I said, the point of this video is just to point out how the Lord said that, you know, he's gonna preserve a remnant, because if it wasn't for the remnant, man, we'll all be through. We'll all be subjected to all these demons. The captain say all because he wanted to leave her alone. See, and it don't show her face. At least I don't think it shows her face. But just looking at her from a distance, when she finally calmed down, she don't look like she's that bad looking. You know, like she has the actual figure and everything. But like the scriptures say, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. And this is not to, you know, not a lesson to get on the woman, but it's just to bring out the point. Because these videos is showing how these demons be on people. And it's not just the woman that they be on Jake too. You know, that other video, if you continue on watching different parts of it, it's gonna show Jake trying to fight somebody, trying to be masculine. He wearing a damn dress. He's wearing a dress trying to fight somebody and calling them a mark, calling them weak, you know. But this just goes to show how through we would have been as a nation if it wasn't for Yahweh Shai, and if it wasn't for ultimately for Yahweh Shai's mercy, if it wasn't for Yahweh Shai, and it wasn't for the Lord saying he was going to preserve a remnant. Like we all would have been through and then completely consumed off the earth. So this is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. I'm reading the AMP. It says, "For I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Abishai. I do not change, but remain faithful to my covenant with you. This is why you, O sons of Jacob, have not come to an end." Right. So this is why we as a nation are not completely cut off from the earth and completely exterminated, you know, completely through. Because Yahweh Bashim Abishai remains faithful to the covenant he made with our forefathers, you know? And it's a blessing. And this is why we gotta always, and we understand now, like, look, existence can't function without Yahweh Bashim Abishai. We can't function without Yahweh Bashim Abishai. No other God, no other entity, no other nation is able to save us. Only Yahweh Bashim Abishai. And he's the one that put the curses on us. And he's the one that's going to take them off of us, you know. But it's only through his mercy and his favor as to why we're not consumed yet, you know, why we're not destroyed as a nation. So like you say, he remained faithful with his covenant with us. So now let me get, there's so many I can get with remnant. Let me see. I know what I want. Let's see. There it is. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. No, we start at the top. It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1, AMP. The vision of the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, concerning the kingdom of Judah and its capital Jerusalem, which he saw as revealed by the Most High during the reigns of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. And AMP. Hear, O heavens, and listen, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have reared and brought up sons, but they have rebelled against me and have broken away, going into the nation, going into our people. And it starts with the men. You know, we are the head. The women fall after us, they follow us. And I was just explaining to my coworker yesterday, even about just like how these women, they be wearing all this weave and this different, you know, other nations' hair. If it wasn't for men accepting that, because every man will basically tell you, just about every man would tell you, like, look, I love a woman that's natural, a natural hair. And women, they don't seem to understand that. They claim they're doing it for themselves, but then you do it to attract a man. But men are telling you that we love natural hair. And if men stop, just say for example, Israelite men stop accepting women that have weave, they'll stop buying it because they follow after us. And ultimately, they know that they know within their spirit that they need a man, and they trying to attract a man to get a man, and they're gonna do whatever whatever men allow, they're gonna do. But the way real Israelite men of the Lord works, we don't accept anything. You know, we're not gonna just accept anything. That's why, for example, a lot of women are not gonna be able to make it because because ultimately the Lord, He don't just accept anything. Like He said, He reared up and brought up sons. Like He taught us how we should be, and we basically turned and followed out every other thing and just said, the Lord, you gotta accept it. You gotta accept it. The Lord, He didn't accept us. He cast us away and put curses on us to teach us a lesson. So it's gonna be the same way. It would be the same way if men was to stop accepting how women are. Just to give an example, it says the ox instinctively knows its owner, and the donkey its master's feeding trough. But Israel does not know me as Lord. My people do not understand. Ah, sinful nation, a people loaded down with wickedness. Like I said, people loaded down with wickedness, with sin, with injustice, with wrongdoing, offspring of evildoers, sons who behave corruptly. They have abandoned, rejected the Lord. They have despised the Holy One of Israel, provoking him to anger. They have turned away from Him, and we literally see that with our whole nation. Our nation have literally turned away from Yahweh Hashem Abashai. They don't recognize Him. They don't know Him. They don't know His name. They don't know what He looks like. They don't they don't know His characteristics. They don't know what He likes. They don't know what He dislikes. They don't care. Our people really have turned away from Yahweh Hashem Abashai. And we once was in that mindset. That's why we got to always be humble and be thankful that the Lord has delivered us from that. Because we all, as a whole nation, could have been 100% completely exterminated. And, you know, the scriptures, it's going to go into that. But like I said, the people loaded down with wickedness. Verse 5, why should you be stricken and punished again, since no change results from it? Right. They said, why would I need to come up with something even more severe than what I've already done to you when you don't change? You know, you haven't changed. And you supposed, because as a nation, our people haven't learned, but the remnant, we are learning from our mistakes. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. That's the whole purpose of punishment. The whole purpose of why we're in this predicament in the first place, to learn from our mistakes. And now the elect, they are learning. You know, they have learned the repercussions of being disobedient to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We don't want to deal with this no more. Now all we desire is righteousness. We're like, Lord, okay, we understand now. We understand, you know. Just, you know, speaking in the perspective of the elect, Lord, what I'm with that number. It said, you only continue to rebel. The whole head is sick. The whole head going into your leadership, starting with your leadership. And the whole heart is faint and sick. The mindsets of our people is just evil and wicked. From the sole of the foot even to the head, there is nothing healthy in the nation's body. There is nothing healthy in the nation's body. There's nothing healthy in the body of Israel, or in the whole nation of Israel, all 12 tribes. You got nothing but wickedness going on, except for the remnant that the Lord has had mercy on and redeemed. It says only bruises, welts, and raw wounds, not pressed out or bandaged, nor softened with oil as an remedy. So it's basically like an injured person that's just living day to day with their injuries. They ain't doing nothing to try to cover it up. They ain't doing nothing so it can try to heal, so they can get better. They just living with their injuries, and their body is not healing. It's not programmed, or it's not functioning to the point to where it auto heals. Because our bodies, physical bodies, are programmed to auto heal. You know, regenerate on its own and repair any damaged ailments. But the way our people are designed, I ain't gonna say designed, the way our people are going because of their mindset and because of being over here in Babylon the Great too long, they're not healing. They're only progressively getting worse. Just like with a wound, if you don't tend to it, and you allow other things to come into it to contaminate it, it will continually get worse and worse until it take you out, until it kill you. It says your land lies desolate because of your disobedience. Your cities are burned with fire. Your fields, strangers are devouring them in your very presence. It is desolate as overthrown by strangers. The daughter of Zion, which is Jerusalem, is left like a deserted shelter in a vineyard, like a watchman's hut in a cucumber field, like a besieged city, isolated, surrounded by devastation. If the Lord of hosts had not left us a few survivors, and I'm gonna read this in the KJV as well, we would be like Sodom. We would be like Gomorrah. Hear the word of the Lord, rulers of Jerusalem, you rulers of another Sodom. Listen to the law and instruction of your God, you people of another Gomorrah. So now I'm gonna read verse 9 in a KJV. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, which consists of 144,000. The one third, which consists of 144,000 of men. The 144,000 is men, 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes. You have men, women, and children whom the Lord would deliver out of America, and that makes up the 1/3. And then you got the scattered elect around the four corners of the earth, who's written in the book of life, whom the Lord will deliver. 2/3 of our people over here in America will die compared to 1/3, and that's already a mass majority of Israelites on earth. And then again, you got the scattered Israelites around the four corners of the earth that either will be delivered or destroyed. But the number of Israelites that will be delivered compared to the number of Israelites that's going to be destroyed, it's not even comparable. It's too large. You know? So, like I said, unless the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like Gomorrah, because the Lord completely annihilated those cities. He completely annihilated those areas, wiped them off the face of the earth because of how wicked they were. So just like in those videos, we could have all literally been like that. Those, you know, just for example, those women, they had them demons on them. We could have been a whole nation full of demons, just completely overrun with demons. And the worst nation on the face of the earth, till the Lord exterminated us off of the earth. But the Lord had mercy on us, and we got to continually be thankful and realize that we nothing without Yahweh Shema Bashai. We understand that we nothing without the Lord. So Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS, that Rubel. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth.